This program is brought to you by Emory University.
My name is Valencia Hawthorne. I'm a nurse practitioner, advanced nurse practitioner with Emory Neurology. Memorial Day, I was en route to an MS, multiple sclerosis conference in San Antonio, and we had boarded the plane, was still on the runway, and I had just began to take a nap because I was settled in my seat and all of that, and they had already gone over, exits and so forth, seat belts. And all of a sudden I heard the captain come on, is there a nurse or a doctor available that can help a person in need? And I'm looking around, no one else had responded, so I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. So I went to the back, and there was a gentleman, a Hispanic gentleman who spoke little English, and the people around him were trying to tell me that he had been complaining of not feeling well, I guess since coming on board, but he had had a severe headache and was complaining of chest pain. And a doctor had come around too, and so we had started kind of having dialogue about how we're going to take care of this patient, looking at his pupils and so forth, asking for oxygen because we didn't know if he had consumed anything that made his head hurt or have him to have chest pain. So our concern was to kind of figure out what actually, was going on with him. And we were thinking about perhaps that he could have been having maybe a small headache, but then it could have been as bad as an aneurysm because we didn't have family history. We didn't have anyone to tell us what was going on with him or what he may have ingested. And then he could have been having a heart attack. Well, because I'm a neurology nurse practitioner, we wanted to give him aspirin because he was complaining of chest pain. But I was like, well, in the event that there's something going on in his brain, we might not want to give him anything that's a blood thinner. So that actually was also helpful in trying to kind of how we could work the regimen while he was on board. And so even looking at his pupils, trying to get him to focus, trying to see how alert he was, those things are all neurological ways of examining a patient, and just trying to keep him talking because he was very lethargic or sleepy. And so we tried to kind of keep entertaining him and providing oxygen so it could get to the brain and to the heart in the event that there was something else going on. And so we had alerted, the captain came back and asked us, what's going on. And we'd asked for the oxygen and we applied it to him. But I said he will not be able to travel with us. We really need him to get to a hospital. He needs an EKG. He needs to be assessed to see if he's having, any type of brain issues to figure out what's going on with this headache and to have more dialogue about what, was going on. So we stayed with him until the paramedics came, but I was congratulated by the captain, and then they moved us to first class, took our name and everything, and I told them, it's nothing special, and they were like, give a hand for the heroes for today, so the whole cabin was clapping, and it was really nice. It was a nice feeling. Things happen like that when I'm around typically, so I'm not quite surprised. I mean, I can be, in a church or at a concert, and someone beside me will need my help or, something of that nature. Someone would go into a seizure. So I'm kind of quite used to being able to help. I don't believe that I deserve pats on the back because this is what I do, which is what I told the captain. I said, this is what I do. And I would hope that if I was ever in need, that someone would come, a stranger to my rescue, because I think we come into these roles to help people. And I think that people are deserving of help no matter, what creed, race, sex, that if you're there to help, if that's what you're doing and that's running through your veins and that's what you do, you just do it. And so that's what I did. I didn't really think twice about it. I just did it because that's what I do. I am a nurse. I think I was born a nurse maybe.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University. Please visit us at emory.edu.
Preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.